Hey guys and gals, Never here from Drake Wayne Gaming. So if you met on Twitter, the Gaming Dragon. Today I'm coming back at you on the Let's Play episode of Dawn Chorus, Rune's Path. So y'all, let's go ahead and jump right back into it, shall we? Alarm chain, you were up, and let's go. Alright, it's so pretty out here tonight. It is. I can't remember an evening this nice. I rest against the deer. My head leaned on his shoulder, wrapped in his scent. Got your breath back? Yeah, I'm alive. Some more rest would be nice, though. We're not in a hurry yet. In fact, I'm happy to stay here for a while. Such a gorgeous spot. Yeah, it's a perfect afternoon. The food, the coast, and the concert. The music was... I can't find any words. We barely talked about the concert since we left the Philharmonic. I didn't know music like this could even exist. It seemed to defy laws of physics. It existed outside of time, outside of space, pouring into the concert hall from some dark corner of the cosmos. It made me realize that there are things I should cherish more. Like my parents, my friends, people around me. I remembered I'm not living in a vacuum. And you, I guess. Thank you for letting me into your life. I'm really happy you're in it. I'd be happy if you felt at home here. And the music was something else, that's for sure. Water splashes against a rock, porous and dark, sending sea spray into the air, softly landing on our wind-beaten faces. Did you see anything? Quite a lot, in fact. I twist my head to look at him. Against the dark sky, his face is bright and so soft, fuzzy fur blown by the breeze, eyes shining brightly like two stars, staring into mine. He's so gorgeous. More than the night sky we're sitting under, more than the mountains surrounding us, more than this ocean looking at our paws. I saw the universe. It really felt like a creation of the world. It's like, sorry about that, y'all. I was just making sure I wasn't about to reach the end of that. Alright. I saw myself in there too, expanding. In a way, it was a perspective inverse of the one I gained yesterday. Yesterday there was a moment when I stopped existing. I can't really grasp what happened, let alone explain how it felt, but I really did just melt. When I slowly started to exist again, one thing that came to my just reforming mind was that I was thinking of myself way too much. I'm not that important in the grand scheme of things, am I? That's a huge relief. My life doesn't have to be significant. I don't have to achieve anything. I can just live. And that's a good feeling. There's still so much time. I feel like I was racing with it, and now I see it spreading before us like an open sea. His paws find mine. With hesitancy, but also determination. I grab it, soft and warm, and hold it. What's between us, I wonder? I want to ask, clear all the doubts, shed light on the in-betweens, say out loud what's between the lines. But there is a chance I get rejected, and I don't know if my heart could take that at this very moment. Before the camp ends, we still have time. I draw little circles inside Rune's palm with my claw. We still have time. Do you remember the advice I gave you earlier? About trying to have fun no matter the situation? Ironic of me to say that to you, when I should be the first one to listen to it. Now I have to make sure you do then. We have decades before us, long and drenched in sun. The stars dotting the sky blink gently, and with the wide expanse open before and above me, I feel like I'm standing at the edge of the world. The edge of my world, at least, and I am venturing forward. The nightly ride back is the nicest part of the day so far, and of a day so nice that I find no words to describe it that wouldn't sound trite. The thought that the world outside exists at all beyond the distant blur of lights and shadows seems absurd at the moment. Sorry, y'all. As the buzz... One second. Sorry, y'all. Felt like I had something caught in my throat. Okay, we're back. Seems absurd at the moment, as the bus carries us forward into the night, back to the guest house. I wish it was hundreds of kilometers away, on the other side of the country even, so that we could stay like this for hours, in this otherworldly peacefulness. Words and sentences. Words mean so little. Words are so very inadequate. How can I describe this feeling of our bodies resting against each other? I wish I could write poetry, to state more than the words alone, imbue the sentences with meaning. It all means so much. Last night, when we slept, cuddled up, Rune was feeling down and I was there to support him. But now I feel like we're closer, paradoxically, despite the layers of clothes between us. Now it feels like we're equals. I glance at my phone, angling the screen slightly to keep it private, though Rune has been fast asleep since we drove out of the town into the darkness of the night anyway. If he read what I'm writing, I wouldn't dare look him in the eyes again. Not yet. Not before I know what he thinks of me and what he feels. I already know what I feel. Gone is the unattainable Rune, the basketball player and top student. Over my paw is the paw of Rune, the blood and bones deer, the person that I've seen crumble and then pick himself up again, and who let me be there for him. The deer who chose to be here with me and hold me close, and I hold him close in return. The bus slows down and takes a sharp left turn, climbing up the hill, and there is our lit-up guest house in the distance, all too soon. I almost fell asleep myself. Rune stirs beside me, his paw tightening around mine as he stretches and lets out a soft groan. Are we there? Yes, we've arrived. Jam on, Miko. It's so pretty. He plucks the strings again, one by one, his right paw forming an intricate chord on the matte fretboard. It has such a warm sound. So warm, but in a good way. It feels less campfirey than an acoustic guitar and more like something out of a fairy tale. It's comforting, and yes, it's very pretty. It's also easier to play, especially for fingerpicking. I think I'm gonna love using it. I need to check out the artists the luthier mentioned. Maybe I'll find some inspiration there. I've never really thought about whether the artists I like used acoustic or classical guitars. Classical guitars weren't even on my radar, but this sound feels so familiar. I think Leonard Cohen used classical guitars a lot. That's the first association that comes to mind. His sound always felt less metallic than a typical acoustic guitar. Black Striped Tail. Nimble Foxes. That song is the same kind of sound. It's very bare bones, but so very pretty. Oh, you like Nimble Foxes? I do. They're one of my favorite bands. I'm such a fan of powerlessness blues. Me too, though my favorite is definitely Crack Up. It's less than that colorful fantasy territory, sure, but the compositions are also intricate, stellar, and layered. I've never met anyone as excited about that record as I am. You can see why you'd prefer their earlier sound, though. It has more zest. The first two albums make me feel like I'm in a fantasy world on some grand quest. Exactly. I love that about them, too. I feel like the best music is not just music, not just a story, but a world you can inhabit for the duration of the album. Those first two records are like that. I agree, yeah, but lately I've been thinking that it's not just the music itself. It's also about how you listen to it. Any album could feel like a world if you give it enough time and attention. But I might be completely off. I do think that there's better and worse music. Some music feels formulaic, like it was made without much thought or care. And there's music that's full of personality, made with love and care, an honest expression of the artist's soul and experiences. That's the kind of music I love. I also like a bit of grittiness. Art isn't meant to be just pretty. Some albums don't paint a world, but feel more like a box of chocolates. You don't have to eat the whole thing in one go, but each piece is unique and exquisite. Apocalypsis comes to mind. Chelsea Wolfe. Ooh, I don't know that one. I'm not sure if you'll like it, as it has a bit of metal edge to it, but it is such a delightful album. It makes me wish I had my goth phase. Saved in my library. I'll definitely check it out. I think a clear arc and a consistent sound really helps an album feel cohesive. Nimble Fox excels at all that. I'd love to see them live someday, or even Robin Pecknold's solo at least. They don't come in Europe often, do they? There are concert films, but it's not the same. Hopefully they'll come for one of next year's festivals. Copenhagen and the Netherlands have so many great festivals, and traveling there is so easy. Oh, that sounds amazing. I've never been to either, let alone for a music festival. Traveling on a student's budget, though? Accommodation costs would be tough. You could save on that by bringing a tent and staying at the camping grounds. It's more fun that way anyway, if you like to go, that is. We? Oh, absolutely count me in, especially if Nimble Foxes would be playing. I've been thinking about taking a train to Copenhagen someday. There's only one transfer, and I've heard the view from Oresund Bridge is impossibly pretty. But it's easily more expensive than flying. Yeah, I wonder why that is. Is it really possible that the cost per passenger is higher than flying? No idea. It's not terribly expensive, though. It's just that flying is suspiciously cheap. He plucks the strings with his thumb again, from the top string to the bottom and back, savoring the timbre of each note and the interplay between them. I sit on the edge of the bed, enchanted. I love listening to him play. Maybe something good can come out of all this after all. Well, I'm not happy about my old guitar, definitely not. Hope the luthier can make it useful somehow. But this one? I feel inspired to do something special with it, and it's just so much easier to fingerpick. He plays another melody, weaving a tapestry with crisscross plucks. It's incredible how something so simple can sound so beautiful. But that's often the case. Sometimes the simplest music is the most moving. There's a reason composers and songwriters often draw from folk melodies. I'm glad. If this feels closer to your own voice, then all the better. And you sound so nice on it. I do like this guitar more than your last one. Aw, thank you. That was just a simple pattern, but it's from a song I love so much. But I'm putting it away for now. I know it's not much fun to sit and watch someone noodle on any instrument. Oh, no, you can keep playing. I really enjoyed it. I can play something else later. I have to remember what songs I even know how to play. Or maybe I can learn something new quickly. Coming up with finger-picking arrangements is fun. Anything you'd like me to try? I've been listening to Cameron Summer non-stop lately. Do you know him? No, I don't think so. If you like Nimble Foxes, I'm sure you'll love him too. Well, okay, maybe not. He has a very distinct voice. I can see how that could put many people off. I like distinct voices. They give the music more personality. He also has one solo album out, and I prefer it much more than his band work. He has so many gorgeous songs. I think you might like one of them. You mentioned Lionheart Cohen earlier. Cameron Summer reminds me of him a bit. I can play it now. I'm curious to hear how it sounds. You can, though we should probably head to supper soon. I think it already started. Yeah, and I'm quite hungry already. How about I put it on while we get ready? I'm mostly ready. I just need to put all my shoes back on. But I nod as Rune turns on his Bluetooth speaker. I don't mind spending a few more minutes in his room. Not at all. Now Rune's jamming. Oh, and there goes Alarm Chan. Alright, y'all, I'm going to go ahead and pause it right there. Thank y'all so much for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, ring that notification bell, check out our Patreon and YouTube memberships if you can. It always helps. Anyway, I love you all, and I'll see y'all in the next video. Bye-bye!